About 12 years ago, when I was in basic training, I sat down at a table. In front of me was a handgun. This would be my first time handling a firearm. I had no training, I knew nothing about pistols. As I picked it up and I felt the weight of it, reality set in that it was a real gun and I was about to learn how to fire it. Some of you may have had a similar experience, while others may still have never touched a firearm before. But today, I want to give you a very, very brief overview of weapon safety, taking the weapon apart and putting it back together while demonstrating with the 9mm Beretta. The most important thing you need to know with any weapon is proper handling and safety. We're going to start off with a few simple safety rules that you should always abide by. First of all, you never point your weapon at anything you don't intend to shoot. Second of all, never joke or jest around with your weapon. You always want to keep your finger off of the trigger until you're ready to fire, and you're always going to treat your weapon as if it is loaded. Upon handling a firearm, first action should be to clear it out. The purpose of clearing is to ensure there's no ammunition present in the weapon and to remove any foreign objects that may have been caught up in the chamber or within the barrel. Importance in clearing the weapon is vital, because if you have a weapon that's not properly cleared and there happens to be a round in it, it goes off, you could cause serious injury, possible death. With clearing, there's 4 steps, which I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate for you at this time. The first step in clearing a pistol is going to be you're going to check your safety. The Beretta 9mm, once on fire, has a red dot. If that red dot is exposed, the weapon's on fire. So ensure your safety is in the down position, the weapon is safe. Second step is the magazine. You have a magazine release. If there's a magazine in the weapon, it'll fall out. Just go ahead and put it off to the side. This weapon has no magazine. Magazine well is empty. Third step, you're going to rack the slide to the rear and lock in position. Once that's locked in position, you go ahead and check the chamber, check the magazine area, you see if there's any foreign debris or any objects. Everything is good to go on this weapon. This weapon's now cleared. Now that we've cleared the pistol out, we can go ahead and get ready to take it apart for purposes of cleaning or inspecting it. This should be accomplished each time you fire your weapon, before and after. The first step you're going to do for breaking it down is you're going to send your slide forward. Once it slides forward, you're going to go ahead and push in your takedown button. That allows you to slide the slide completely off. Once it slides off, notice you can keep your finger on the spring and spring guide. If you didn't do that, it's possible it could fly out, hit you in the face, take out your eye, or maybe hit somebody else in the face. It might be pretty funny, but it's not going to be a good thing. Now remove the spring and the spring guide from each other. Allows the barrel to come right out. Your weapon is now broken completely down into 5 pieces. You have the receiver, the spring guide, the barrel, and the slide. No time you're ever going to take the barrel apart with the locking lugs, and your receiver is never going to get broken down further than this point, so you're good to go. This you want to just check for basic wear and tear, make sure nothing's cracked, broken, and make sure it has a nice light coat of lubrication on it. You don't want to over lubricate it, but we're not going to get too deep into those details. Well, that's basic breaking down and inspection. Once you go ahead and you put it back together, it's going to be the same exact process, only reversed. So your first step, you go ahead and take your slide and the barrel. You're going to put that back in there. It should drop right into position. Take your spring and your spring guide. And again, you want to maintain positive control when you're putting this in. It can be a little tricky. And again, you don't want to have it come out and hit somebody. Once that goes in, you maintain control of it. Take your receiver, line it up with the grooves of the slide. It should go fairly easy straight in. Once it's on, you're just going to go ahead and pull it all the way to the rear. It'll lock. And then you're going to take your lever that you pushed down to take apart. And now it's completely back together. Now this is a basic breakdown and reassembly of the Beretta 9mm pistol. At this point, you perform a function check. But for right now, this basically concludes this weapon safety and the instructions on how to disassemble and reassemble a pistol. And there's thousands of different types of firearms around the world, but with each one of them, number one rule to remember is safety. They're all unique in their own way, And the best way to become comfortable with handling them is to be properly trained and respect the rules of safety and of the precautions I explained today. Thank you.